Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Please, like the video and share your thoughts. In the comments, your feedback helps. Make the content better. I sensed something was off the instant. I saw the doctor's lips pressed together before he spoke. It wasn't the words that broke me. It was the silence right before them. That kind of silence that makes you feel like the ground beneath you is about to give way. Mr. Hale, the paternity test is conclusive. My chest tightened. You are not the father. The world didn't explode in a dramatic flash. It fractured quietly, almost politely, like glass slowly splitting under pressure. I sat there, staring into the doctor's pitying eyes, my chest hollow, as if something vital had been carved out of me. Not the father. Not the father of the child I had been calling my miracle. Not the father of the baby I'd sung lullabies to. Not the father of the little life I'd dreamed about for years. Not the father of the joy that had turned 5 months of waiting into sunlight after 10 years of rain. Not the father of the child my wife had promised was proof that miracles existed. My hands shook. Are you sure? I'm afraid so. And just like that, the floor beneath me finally gave way. I had resisted the paternity test for weeks. I hadn't wanted it. Felt like slicing open a wound with a dull, rusty knife. But doubts had crept in quietly, insidiously. Her hesitation when I touched her belly, the way she flinched when I asked about her prenatal visits, the sudden secrecy around her phone, screen always down, notifications off, those vague smiles whenever I asked who she was texting. And the worst, remembering the doctor telling me 2 years ago that I was permanently, irreversibly infertile. I had mourned it, buried it. Then 3 months ago, Lily had come into our kitchen, holding a pregnancy test with a trembling smile. Daniel, we're having a baby. Our miracle. I had believed her. I had believed so fully it hurt. When I returned home after the test results, Lily was in the nursery, folding tiny onesies, yellow, green, soft white, colors we had chosen together, waiting to discover the gender. She turned, her face lighting up as it always did when I walked in. Hey, honey, you're home early. The word honey cut deeper than I could manage. I couldn't look at her, couldn't trust my voice not to break. Daniel, what's wrong? She asked, frowning. I didn't answer. I placed the envelope on the crib mattress between us. Neutral, non-threatening, final. Her eyes flicked to it, then back to me. What's that? You should open it. She hesitated, then picked it up. I watched her fingers tremble as she pulled out the paper and unfolded it. Her eyes scanned it repeatedly before she froze. Daniel, I can explain. Please don't lie. I whispered, my throat tight. I'm not lying. I didn't know how to. Tell me, I said, my voice breaking. Tell me whose baby you're carrying. She pressed the paper to her chest as if it could erase the truth. Her tears fell silently before she spoke. For it's Evan. The name hit me like a punch. I knew him, not personally, but from passing mentions in her volunteer group. Friendly, helpful, the kind of man I would never have suspected. 6 months, she whispered. It happened for 6 months. My breath left me in one painful exhale. 6 months. I repeated, as if saying it aloud could make sense of it. She reached for me. I stepped back. Daniel, I'm so sorry. I never meant for any of this to happen. Stop, I said, my voice barely audible. Don't tell me what you didn't mean. Tell me the truth. Her face crumpled. I was lonely. At first, the words didn't register. Then they did, and anger flared, sharp, humiliating, burning. You were lonely, I repeated slowly. Lonely enough to cheat, lie, and tell me this child was mine when you knew it wasn't. You knew it was impossible. Her fingers clenched into a white-knuckled fist. You shut me out, Daniel. For years. After the diagnosis, you disappeared into yourself. You stopped letting me near you. Stopped touching me. Stopped looking at me the same way. I tried so hard to reach you, and then I fell. I sank into the nursery chair, the one we had picked together, the one she had pictured me sitting in with our child. The false vision made my stomach twist. Was it love? I asked quietly. She shook her head immediately. No, no, Daniel. It wasn't love. It was escape. A terrible escape I regret every day. I stared at the pale blue mural we painted last month. Clouds, little stars that suddenly felt like lies. And the baby? I finally asked. Her tears fell freely. No, I don't regret the baby. I love this baby. But, Daniel, she took a shaky breath. I wanted to believe it was yours. I convinced myself the doctors were wrong, that maybe there was a miracle, because I didn't want to destroy you. I didn't want to destroy us. You have, I said. You already have. The silence that followed was suffocating, full of everything that couldn't be undone. That night, I tried to sleep in the guest room. Mostly, I stared at the ceiling, hearing her sob through the walls. Memories of our wedding, our laughter, the infertility diagnosis, and the day she told me she was pregnant, all played like a warped film in my mind. By morning, something inside me had hardened. I needed answers, real ones. I found Evan's address in her saved contacts. She had never deleted it. Part of me hated that I wasn't surprised. His apartment was in an old building on the east side of town. I knocked once, twice, a third time before the door opened. He looked exactly like the kind of man my wife would fall for in her weakest moment. Gentle eyes, a soft smile that now felt like an insult. He knew who I was immediately. Daniel, he said softly, you shouldn't be here. You slept with my wife, I said. He nodded slowly. Yes. And you got her pregnant? Another painful nod. Why? My voice cracked. He sighed, leaning on the doorframe. She was hurting. You both were. She came to the center to clear her head, and we talked a lot. Too much. I didn't plan for anything to happen. Neither did she. One night became two, then more. By the time we realized how deep we were, it was too late. Too late. The words poisoned me. Did you love her? I forced out. No. I cared about her. But she always talked about you. She always loved you. My chest tightened. Then why didn't you stop? I whispered. He had no answer. Maybe there wasn't one. I walked away before I said, or did something I couldn't take back. When I returned home, Lily was at the kitchen table, pale, hollow-eyed, clutching a mug she wasn't drinking from. Where were you? She asked, voice trembling. I saw him. Her face crumpled. She covered her mouth, sobbing, Daniel, please don't leave me. I know I don't deserve to ask, but please, please don't walk out on me. I had never seen her so broken, not even after the infertility diagnosis. I wanted to be angry. I wanted to scream, to throw something and shatter this kitchen as she shattered my heart. But all I felt was exhaustion. I'm not leaving, I said quietly. Not yet. Her head jerked up, hope flickering in her eyes. But I can't stay the way things are. We need time, space, therapy, honesty, a lot of honesty. She nodded desperately. Anything. I'll do anything. My voice softened but remained firm. I can't promise I'll be here forever, Lily. I don't know yet. I don't know if I can forgive you. I don't know if I can raise a child who isn't mine. I don't know if I can trust you again. Her lips trembled. I understand, she whispered. But I'm willing to try. I added, not for you. Not for us. For me. To know I did everything I could before deciding what comes next. She nodded slowly, tears streaming. Thank you. Thank you, Daniel. I stood there, looking at the woman I loved, the woman who broke me, who might still be the love of my life or the end of it. And for the first time since hearing, you are not the father, I felt something stir inside me. Not forgiveness, not healing, but a fragile, uncertain start. A wound that might scar or one day close. The future was a fog. But one thing was clear. The truth was out. And now, finally, we would see what could survive.